Hello everyone, welcome to A Fistful of Dice. I'm Matt, and this is going to be part 2 of the D&D Puzzle of the Week's 30-day challenge. Again, just answering them right out. I did part 1 through 15, and now I'm going to be doing 16 through 30. I went and grabbed some caffeine because, I don't know why, but I was just yawning like crazy in the last video, so I'm going to try to wake up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start with number 16 here. Really excited about this second set of questions. Just some pretty cool questions. So, 16 is my favorite undead. Lich. Definitely Lich. I think Liches are so cool. They're so effective as villains because they don't die unless you destroy the phylactery. I love the lore behind Liches. I love just the sinisterness of, like, somebody who is so, like, committed to immortality that they would, like, become undead. I love the idea of Liches. Plus, Liches are undead, but they still retain all of their mortal power that they acquired. So, yeah, Liches are awesome. Favorite outsider or immortal? Outsider. Well, that includes celestials. I will say Hound Archons. I think Hound Archons are really neat. I like the look of them. I like the idea of a dog-headed angel with a giant sword. And it helps that I played a Hound Archon one time named oh shoot, what was his name? Canis Hund. I don't know. I really like the idea of like a totally loyal dog angel. Hound Archons are really, really neat. Favorite monster? Favorite humanoid monster? Humanoid monster. I'm going to go with the basic. I'm going to say hobgoblins. Hobgoblins have the... they're very militaristic. They strategize. They're not like goblins. Hobgoblins are soldiers. They're very versatile creatures for a GM, and they're pretty fun to fight as a PC. Plus, with the hobgoblin, you also have the option of, you know, there's usually goblins with hobgoblins, and maybe even some bugbears. They tend to hang out with ogres and trolls and the like, so yeah, hobgoblins are just really cool. I really like hobgoblins. I think hobgoblins and orcs are very similar, and I really enjoy both of those. I think they're just good standby, just solid enemies to have. Favorite dragon type or color? I've always been a fan of frost dragons, so white dragons. But also in the Bestiary 2, the Pathfinder Bestiary 2, they have these elemental dragons that are really neat looking, like a cloud dragon and a brine dragon, and there's like an umber dragon and stuff, and I think those are really neat too. But just classic dragon colors, I really like ice dragons, so I'm going to go with white. Favorite monster overall? Constructs. Golems. I've always loved robots. And, I mean, I've got like 5 robots sitting in front of me on my desk right now, mostly Gundams and stuff, but just constructs are really cool. I love shield guardians and iron golems and stone golems, and yeah. So I definitely constructs. I don't do enough with constructs because they're fairly tough enemies, but yeah, constructs are really, really cool. Least favorite monster. Least favorite monster. I don't really have a least favorite monster as a GM, but as a player, I hate Sturges because they're so annoying. I don't like annoying things. Sturges and swarms. But I don't know. I don't have a monster that I hate. I don't like things that are annoying, I guess, and Sturges are quite frustrating to fight. Same with swarms, because you can't really do a lot of damage to them. Favorite energy type. I like shock energy. I always like lightning and electricity, but I like the idea of sonic energy. I like the idea of like using kinetic sound, you know, like sound burst and stuff like that, and you know, a hammer that hits so hard that it sends out, you know, sound waves. I really like sonic damage, so I don't know if you was Sonic considered an energy type? I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna say Sonic. Favorite magical item? Really, any weapon that has elemental damage. I think once you get elemental damage on a weapon, it just adds so much flavor and character to that weapon. So, like a flaming longsword is just, it's classic, but really any weapon with some elemental damage on it, it's always really neat to have, and you always feel like you're sort of, when you get to the point where you have an elemental damage weapon, I think that's really neat. So, favorite non-magic item? Rope. Rope. I'm going to say rope. Rope is so useful for so many different things, and I mean, you can climb with it, you can tie things up with it, you can, you know, use it as a weapon in a pinch, tie something to the end of it. Rope is very versatile, and I like, as a player, coming up with interesting ways to use rope. So I'm going to say rope. One class I want to play in the future. Sorcerer. I've been looking into sorcerers lately, and sorcerers seem really powerful and really interesting. So maybe a sorcerer. I'd like to play a sorcerer. Yeah, sorcerers are cool. One class I will never play. One class I will never play. I don't think there's any class that I would never play. I mean, some of the wonky, like, prestige classes or classes in the Advanced Player's Guide I might not be interested in playing. Like, I would probably never play, like, an Oracle. But I would say of all the classes, probably my least favorite is the Bard. So I would probably be less inclined to play a Bard, but I've played Bards before. I don't hate Bards. I just, of all the classes, like, the Bard is probably the one that I am least fond of playing, not just in general, but just my play style. What number you always roll? My dice are pretty well balanced. They have a good spread, but a couple sessions ago I rolled like 3 crit misses in a row with the same die, and then I put that die back in the bag. That was really, really ridiculous. So I tend to roll a lot of crit misses, I suppose. That's kind of bad, but coolest class. Oh! Alright, so 3-way tie. Cleric, Fighter, Rogue. I feel that those are the most versatile, most customizable classes. You can do so many things with Cleric, Fighter, Rogue. But coolest class, Rogue. Rogue is so cool. You can do so many different things with a Rogue. You can be so many different characters with a Rogue. You don't have to be a sneaky, backstabby type. You could be like a socialite, espionage, James Bond type. I mean, Rogues are incredibly diverse, and, you know, the sneak attack damage doesn't hurt either. Plus, Rogue is probably the best multi-classing thing. You know, I've played Fighter Rogues, Cleric Rogues. I've played Wizard Rogues. Rogues add a lot when you multi-class, and usually if I'm multi-classing, I am multi-classing into Rogue. Yeah, I really like playing Rogues, and I think it's the coolest class by far, but it's pretty close, I suppose, between Cleric and Fighter too, but yeah, Rogue pulls ahead for me. Favorite spell or attack power? Attack power, I'd probably say Cleave or Shield Bash. Probably Cleave. I really like Cleave. And usually if I'm a fighter, I tend to try to get to Cleave as quickly as possible, so, you know, you do the power attack and then Cleave. But once you get Great Cleave, it's over, man. Yeah, there's nothing better than getting surrounded by like 9 kobolds and just killing them all in one round with Great Cleave. But Shield Bash is cool too. And then Spell... Magic Missile's good. I recently discovered Destruction. It's a higher level divine spell. And it just does a lot of damage, and it's kind of a... I don't know, it's neat to do some damage with a spell as a cleric. You know, clerics are all about buffs and heals and statuses and stuff like that, so spells like Destruction and Soundburst and Shatter are very neat to have as a cleric or a paladin. Favorite DM or player? Ooh. I'm not going to answer that specifically. I'm not going to say who my favorite DM is, and I'm not going to say who my favorite player is. But I'm not going to cop out completely. I will say that my favorite DM is a DM who goes the extra mile, who does something extra, but in doing that doesn't like forget the basics. A DM who can inject something extra into the campaign, go the extra mile, prepare things ahead of time, include music and voices and other sort of immersion enhancing qualities without like forgetting about, you know, the groundwork of role-playing games, without losing the simplicity, the fun of the game. That's a perfect DM for me. And you don't have to do a lot to be a good DM, but you do have to put in the time and the effort and make sure that you're putting the players first. So that's my favorite DM. And my favorite player is somebody who really gets into their character, somebody who fully embodies their character, but doesn't neglect the needs of the party. If you can roleplay your character, but also, like, meta in your head, think, like, I want everyone else to have fun too. I don't want to act in character at the expense of everybody else at the table. If you can do that, if you can roleplay your character, stay in character, be faithful to your character concept, while also making sure that everyone at the table is having fun, including yourself, you're my favorite player. So that's what I'll say. I don't have one favorite DM or one favorite player. I know that's a cop-out, but it's true. Different strokes for different folks, right? That's it. That's 30 of them. I did it. So, yeah, that was really fun. Great questions. Puzzle of the week. I will make sure that these go up as video responses. And, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind doing something like this again. So, once again, you know, I really want to do some videos with some more substance, some actual tips and tricks and stuff like that, but I just can't, I can't edit anything right now, so I'm sort of at a standstill. But like I said, I'm going to be doing some Her Starts videos here coming up, so look forward to those. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me, and as usual, look forward to a Dream Theater video on Thursday, and I may do another video this week. I'm not sure yet, but anyway. Take care, guys. Happy gaming all, and I will see you all later.